Out here today working on the glue ups. I just put these two in clamps. Those are all ready to go. I need to go ahead and square both sides of each of those two ups so that we can begin gluing them together. This is what I have left. This was my last one. I had an odd row. So I'm not exactly sure what to do. I think when I'm done, I may take the final row and just try to 3-up it, to get them added into the blank. And, we'll just have to see how that goes. Pretty excited about how this is looking. So let me get the table saw set up and we'll start squaring the sides of these blanks. I got all of these blanks squared. I'm getting ready to square these shortly. I want to let the glue dry just a little bit longer. While squaring, one of the blanks gave away. This lignum vitae, I think is how you pronounce it, was a little bit punky and it just didn't hold up whenever I was truing the blanks. So we're going to work on fixing that after we get this batch of blanks glued up. As I was doing my glue up, and I got about 4 of the blocks glued together there, I found another one. Take a look at this, how it's not level with the table. Look at this, the big gaps right there, there and there. What happened is there wasn't a lot to bite onto, and when I set this down, after I glued it up, I guess the weight of these blanks pulled down a little bit, and we lost it. So I'm gonna try to fix this. Not sure how, but we're gonna work on these two for a while we let the glue dry. And hopefully before we go in for tonight, we'll get a chance to square these, get this block glued together, and maybe we can have these fixed so that, they're drying overnight and we get them glued up to the other 2 blocks tomorrow. I'll keep you guys posted. These are some of the blanks from my very first Patreon glue up. And what happened is the blanks were glued together, but they didn't meet really well. So there was a little bit of a crack or a gap between the 2 blanks. So I ran these back through my saw, making either 90 or 30-degree cuts to remove where it didn't fit. And then these actually had like a crack in the wood, or maybe 2 pieces of wood that didn't meet side by side on some of them. So I cut those out with just a nice little groove. And now I've got some 1/8" material, and we're going to start gluing that up into these blanks to repair these holes. This should take care of it, and these blanks should be perfect for turning. I've got these blanks, all have inserts in them where I cut the 30 degrees. A couple of them, I had to cut a line down the center of the blank to cut a bad spot out. I could not put those in. There's 4 of them. I couldn't put those in because obviously these 30-degree pieces are in the way. So when that dries tomorrow, I'll run it back to the table saw. We'll clean those out and then we'll glue in. I've got either spalted maple or Bicotti used as my 30 degrees, and I've got some nice mahogany made to use as the lengthwise ones. So that'll work out nice. They'll be contrasting colors. They won't interfere with each other. So I think that'll fix those up. Over here, this is the first one of the 2 blanks that I fixed. It's drying. Here's the second one. It's got its final glue up made to it. These 2 are the blanks I glued earlier tonight. I just swiped clamps off of that one for those 2 and for some of those. And then I'll just leave those in the clamps. We'll pull them out tomorrow. We'll come out tomorrow, square 1, 2, 3, 4 up, glue them all together for a nice big blank. And we'll start working on these, cleaning them up and finishing up what needs to happen. I didn't get as much done in the shop as I wanted to today. There was a lot of things going on that kept me out of the shop. I started working on these. I'm going to get them cleaned up on the disc sander. And then I need to clean my table up and a few other things. But we've got a lot left to do. I'm going to the post office tomorrow, and I'm going to check for the last 2 people on this glue up. Hopefully they are there, or hopefully their blanks are there, because I'd like to start gluing Chaos 2 up to get that moving forward as well. I fixed everything out of this box I could. Some of these are too small. I didn't want to be trying to cut that on a table saw. It's just too small. So what we'll do is we'll clean these up, glue these together, try to make a few more blanks out of these pieces. What I think I may do is wait for Chaos 2 and Chaos 1 to get done, take its scrap pieces, put them with these pieces, and try to make just a wild blank out of all 3 of them. We should be able to come up with something. That's it for me, guys. You have a great evening, and I will talk to you again very, very soon.